Okay, so how to get shit done when your arm's in a cast and you can't really do the things that would be your first choice of doing. That's kind of what's been going through my head over the past few days, and it's something that I'm trying to find ways of avoiding. The first thing will just be to draw with my left hand, right? And try and use my left hand while I'm drawing to learn things that otherwise I obviously could have learned with my right hand. But I guess the point I'm trying to make is the fact that if I was using my left hand to learn things, I wouldn't be trying to improve my draftsmanship. Rather, I'd be trying to improve my knowledge of functionality of these other aspects of design and art that aren't reliant on me making good brushstrokes, right? That's the first thing. The second thing is a kind of version of that, which I'm not sure the effectiveness would be quite the same, but it would just be like, if we give an example of Kim Jong-gi when he stayed in the army, he wasn't able to draw, right? So he would just look at things around him and try and take in the functionality, the things like guns, the soldiers' uniforms, that kind of thing. And that's kind of the method that I would use. If I wasn't able to draw anything with my left hand, or it just wasn't, the circumstance didn't call for that, that would be the other thing that I would do to try and get anything done, when other means of doing things are not available. I'm currently recording this like in the middle of my back garden, which is pretty expansive. It's kind of got a wooded area at the bottom. Pitch black. It's nearly midnight. It is midnight. Very, very quiet. And I just felt like I needed to, get outside the house, where away from prying ears, I suppose, and just put my thoughts down, kind of more wholeheartedly, I suppose. So that's kind of what I've been doing in the past few days, trying to just solve that problem of what the fuck can I do when I can't draw or when I can't work out. I can't really do shit, but that attitude is the worst attitude to have. Thinking that you can't do anything is it's fruitless, because there's always something to do, right? As I've just briefly stated. But the next challenge is, thinking of other things to do, thinking of more things to do, thinking of ways I can, increase my knowledge of art and progress in things I want to progress in without needing, the things that I've lost, i.e. the use of my right hand. And off the top of my head, I try to think of what those things could be. It's not easy. Maybe... it doesn't come to my mind very easily. It's taken me a couple of days to just think of this kind of stuff. Maybe iPad drawing with my left hand. The iPad I'm sure is a much more useful thing to use to draw with than my digital tablet, because all the key bindings, all the keyboard shortcuts are configured to a right-handed setup. So maybe the iPad would be good to use for that. What else? Other than that, maybe reading up on subjects that I'm trying to learn about. Just purely increasing my knowledge on things like functional design, things like sci-fi design, all that kind of stuff. I think just kind of chasing or just trying to increase your knowledge in these areas is kind of the root of what I'm trying to do with this left-handed drawing and with this just like observing, right? It's just really just I'm trying to increase my knowledge, and that's all that can really be said for that. I think on top of this, I think reading would, in general, would just come in handy, because lack of activity when it comes to being able to draw and being able to work out, it tends to lead to pursuit of extremely dopaminergic activities, video games, jacking off, whatever, all of which are extremely detrimental to my addictive personality, right? So seeking out lower dopaminergic ways to entertain myself, i.e. reading, probably would be beneficial. So that's something I'm going to try and do more of tomorrow, rather than sit around and play some video games and try and waste the hour, try and make the time fly, right? Because this time, as much as I might view it as being a kind of intermediary period where I'm recovering and not fully able to use my time to the best of its usefulness, right? I shouldn't look at it like that, and I'm now looking at it more as a time that I can use to broaden my horizons in terms of what I can use to learn, right? Which I think is a very good shift in mindset. And yeah, that's my thoughts for the day. I think a lot of progress was made today. The switch was made by seeing Anthony Jones go through a similar injury that I had. That definitely was enough to set me over set me onto an upward spiral, rather. And yeah, that's probably all I need to say for today. Tomorrow, more reading, left-handed drawing, and observing, and just kind of increasing knowledge on sci-fi and functional design. Maybe increasing knowledge in other areas of art as well. There's no reason just to stop it at sci-fi design, just because that's what I'm studying right now, right? There's no reason to confine myself to that. Anyway, yeah, that's it for today. Bye.